Hey, welcome back. Welcome to Lead Developer. And I'll quickly show you what Lead Developer is and the amount of detail Lead Developer has. And it can help you do a full scale feasibility really quickly. So, apart from knowing everything, the detail, the project cash flows, the multiple financing options, it is super detailed in the sense that it works off a master sheet and you can customize everything in that master sheet. You can have your own account heads, you can have your cost centers, your job codes, your project stages, your company details. For example, you do not use GST, you use VAT. You can do that. You can add a percentage for GST. Some in Australia is 10%, in New Zealand is 15%, in South Africa I think also it's 15% or something like that. You can use that, but you only have to do all this setup once. And from that point on, every time you do create a new feasibility, all these details are accessed from your main master sheet. So all details are in there, all the training is in there. You don't have to worry about how I'm going to do it. And I'll because every little training is included. So why do we use lead developers? Because we want to be able to have a project timeline and be able to project our cash flows on that timeline using an S-curve distribution, because not all of the money is used in month number one when you start a development. And you can also select the steepness of that S-curve. You look at all the industry standard feasibility applications, they would all provide you with an ability to adjust the steepness of the S-curve. That is the how soon or how quickly your cash flow is going to get utilized in your development over a period of time. You can select that, and lead developer feasibility application allows you to do construction and commercial and residential, and you can calculate detailed construction costs and sale value for each of your units in lead developer. So let's look at lead developer as an overview. So basically it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it has 7 different tabs on this. The last tab is only mostly used for valuation of the land. And this is very unique because in Australia and anywhere it uses GST or VAT or these kind of taxes, there's a different way of getting to the residual value of land. And that's where this is used. But this is called the project related site value. So based on a permit or a development approval that you've got on the site, you can come back to its residual value of land. And this is the exact same method that valuers in Australia have used for as long as I remember, as long as I saw a valuation on a commercial project. So it has you can put in your details. You can start with your financing options, and I've tried to keep it as simple as possible. You've got sections where you can have your calculate your construction cost and your sale value, and project it over the cash flow of when you expect that money to actually come in. You can calculate your rental income that if you are going to hold the project for a while and then project it. And it has all these different cost heads already built into it. Now you can go in and customize each of them to suit your needs. For example, I'll give you a very good example. Forget about using the terms or the nomenclature that we use here in Australia. In Victoria, which is another state of Australia, there's a survey called Re-establishment Survey. And what it does, it actually, the surveyor comes in and reestablishes your site with respect to the neighbors, the setbacks, the title, all those things. But the same survey is known as Identification Survey up in Queensland. And it's different. It's because you will also have a different name for different things. And what I've done is I provided you a list or a template to work with, and you can go in and change their names to whatever you want to call them, and so that everything is familiar. Again, you only have to do that once. Once you set it up, you can save it as a template and pick that template up and create a new feasibility from scratch without going all over and changing everything over and over again. So So that's what lead developer does. And then it has 5 different financing options. It has a funding table, as we discussed in the smart feasibility calculator, based on what you think is the total development cost and what your lender would consider as your total development costs. And then it has your construction finance that refinances it. There's a land loan refinance in there. So if you're doing land development and you know that the project's going to be pretty long, you can come in and model what if you were to refinance it and go to another lender, what would happen then. So that's also there. Then you've got your construction finance options in here, and then you can also do mezzanine loan and interest calculations here, which are totally manual. That means you select the start date and the end date for them. And you can also, let's say, whatever money that you contribute in the project, you want to be able to charge a percentage or whatever you are paying on your other facility, or line of credit or offset facility or whatever you're using, and you want to be able to charge the same interest to the development or more, or whatever you decide. You can come in and do that as well. You can even do manual equity injections in here as well. So yeah, in a nutshell, this is what lead developer is all about. It is very detailed, and if you are a developer and you want to be able to in future track your projects and see where they are going, so that you can compare your cost codes and see what you spend in a development that you were doing. That you did a while ago, and then compare them with all of that. With a new development, you can do all these different things in lead developer. So there's a new service that's coming up. Well, I haven't started advertising it, but we track projects from start to finish. And all you have to do is, if you have lead developer, you do your feasibility, give us your feasibility, and we'll give you a report that tracks your cash flow month by month as the project is unfolding. So yeah, so this is what lead developer is, and we'll touch base again in the real estate Proforma video. Thank you.